Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to Marathon Day. And today it is part 2 of Frank Sinatra's 1960s part of the story that we're doing. And he released 25 albums in the 60s. So we are split it up into 2. And today we're going to go from number 12 up to number 1. But before we do that, we'll just have a recap where we are. So at number 25 was Sinatra. Number 24, we had A Man and His Music. Number 23 was Sinatra and Strings. Number 22 was September of My Years. Number 21, I Remember Tommy. Number 20, we had Sinatra Sings Days of Wine, Roses, Moon River, and other Academy Award winners. At number 19, we had A Man Alone. Number 18, the Concert Sinatra. Number 17 was Sinatra Sings Great Songs from Great Britain. 16 was Nice and Easy. 15, That's Life. 14, Cycles. And 13, Strangers in the Night. So today we're going to look at them top 12 60s albums from Mr. Frank Sinatra. So coming in at number 12. This was his 27th album and he released it in October of 1962 and it's called All Alone. Now the first track is All Alone, written by Mr. Irving Berlin, and I love the unaccompanied vocal at the beginning by Frank. What a voice. It's really good. And then we have The Girl Next Door, quite a nice song. Nice melody, is good. Then he does a version of Are You Lonesome Tonight, and I think this is a really good. I like how they adapted it with strings, and it's my favourite track on the album. Then we have Charmaine. It's not too bad. I wouldn't consider it one of my favourites though. Then we have another Irving Berlin track, What I'll Do. Good track. Songs from Irving Berlin are always good. Then another one from him, When I Lost You. You can just about hear some double bass in the background, which gives it a nice little depth. Then we have a track called Oh How I Miss You Tonight. Really nice track. The saxophone is really good on it. It's got nice little bits of guitar on it as well. Then we get Indiscreet. I love how Frank holds his notes. There's not many people that can do it like Frank. Then we've got Remember. It's okay, just needs a little bit more oomph behind that one. And then Together. The guitar on this is lovely. It really breaks it up a little bit. The song has ended, but the melody lingers on. Another Irving Berlin song. It's okay. Yeah, this is okay. There's not much variation. The tracks that have got that little bit more depth are good, but I still think it's okay. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 11 from 1967, we've got The World We Knew. First track is a song written by Bert Kaempfert and it's called The World We Knew Over and Over. Typical sort of Bert Kaempfert pen song, sung really well by Frank. Then we get Something Stupid, which he does with Nancy Sinatra. Now I like the song, but it's not the sort of song I expect a father and daughter to sing. Now the version by Nicole Kidman and Robbie Williams has got it's two people that are not related, but yeah, I like the song, but I just find it very strange that a father and daughter sing this song, but there we go. This Is My Love. It's a Jim Harbert song. This sort of says whether his voice is starting to change. It's going a little lower, but it's still a good little track. Then we have Born Free, written by John Barry and Don Black. Great song. Great version sung by Frank. And then Don't Sleep in the Subway, which is a tune for Petula Clark, and it was actually written by Tony Hatch. Now, here in the UK, everyone knows Tony Hatch wrote the theme to Crossroads. But this is good. Then my favourite song on here is a Lee Hazelwood song, This Town. My favourite song on this album. It really suits Frank, and the way he sings it is good. This is my song, written by a certain Charles Chaplin. Isn't too bad considering he was a comic. It's not a bad song. Then we have You Are There, a nice gentle song. I like the very jazzy, it's a very slow jazz number. Then we have a Johnny Mercer song, Drinking Again. It's sort of a smoky room speakeasy piano at the bar song. Really is strong track. Some Enchanted Evening, Rodgers and Hammerstein's number, came from South Pacific. It's not a bad version. Good album, some really good tunes on here. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6.2. Okay, coming in number 10, released in 1969, My Way. The first song on here is a track called Watch What Happens. So relaxing. Some nice trumpet on this. I do like that. Didn't we? Written by Jimmy Webb. Simple strings and simple piano and Frank singing. It's delightful. Then he does a Ray Charles number, Hallelujah, I Love You song. So, a song recorded by Ray Charles, so I think it's a really good version of it. Then we have the Beatles' Yesterday. I like how they've adapted this into a more jazzy sort of thing, and it works. It really works. It's a good version of Yesterday. All My Tomorrows, the sound, the strings are nice. It's a good track. Then we get My Way. Classic. I've heard some really bad versions of this, and then of course I've heard some very dodgy karaoke versions, and of course the Sex Pistols did this, but Frank's is always going to be the best. It's my favourite track on the album, of course. A Day in the Life of a Fool, not one of my favourites on here. I think it's a little bit dour in places. For Once in My Life, what a great song this is. A lot of the crooners have heard it. Tony Bennett's done a version of this. I've heard Dean Martin sing it. But it seems Frank always is the one to head for. If You Go Away, I'm not a big fan of this. And then Mrs. Robinson. Yeah, don't like your version, Frank. Sorry. On the whole, it's a pretty good album. The last two tracks do not need to be there in my books, but I'm going to still give it an RTO ranking of 6.4. Okay, coming in at number 9 from 1966, Moonlight Sonata. Now, all these tracks are centered around the moon. And it was Frank Sinatra's final collaboration with Nelson Riddle. So, the first track is Moonlight Becomes You, Johnny Burke song. Nice little gentle bit of percussion. The drumming is fabulous. It's got a gentle sort of swing. I do like that track. Moon Song comes next, co-wrote by Arthur Johnson. The percussion, the drumming really makes this. It's a really good track. And then we have vocal version of Glenn Miller's Moonlight Serenade. Mitchell Parrish added some lyrics to it, and it works. It really works. It's a great track anyway, but with the words added, it really adds to it as well. Then we have Reaching Them for the Moon, written by Irving Berlin. One of them great songs. Brilliant little song that is. I Wished on the Moon. Love the percussion in this. Reminds me of you remember at school when you used to make shakers out of dried peas in tins and all that sort of good stuff. Yeah. Then we have Oh You Crazy Moon, my second favourite trick. I love the trumpets on this. I like music with trumpets. The Moon Got in My Eyes, some nice guitar on this. Great vocal from Frank on that one. Moonlight Mood. I love this. It's just a piano-y sound. That's really good. But my favourite on here is called Moon Love. Now this is adapted from Tchaikovsky's Fifth Symphony. Mac David and Andre Costanlense added some lyrics. They've taken a really classic Tchaikovsky and put some lyrics to it. It's wonderful, and I think it really works. Then we have The Moon Was Yellow and the Night Was Young. Percussion's great. It's old style sound, really good. And it's the last track. I like this, the idea of all the tracks being about the moon. Some really good songs on here, some great adaptations. So I shall give this one an RTO ranking of 6.5. Okay, coming in at number 8 from 1964, Softly As I Leave You. First track is a track called Emily, written by Johnny Mandel and Johnny Mercer, two great writers working together on this. Not my favourite. It just needs a little bit more filling out. It hasn't got the depth, but it is a good vocal. Here's To the Losers, a great shuffle drums on this, the trumpet's good, another fantastic vocal from Frank. Dear Heart, co-wrote by Henry Mancini, he did the arrangement, and you know it's Henry Mancini from the minute you hear that first notes, and added Frank's voice. It's a pretty good track. Come Blow Your Horn, my favourite track on here. It's such a great swing number. It's got a lot of heart and soul in there. Brilliant little track. Loving Isn't Just for the Young. It's just a really nice song. It's just pleasant. Can't Believe I'm Losing You. Yeah, it needs a little bit more oomph behind it, but it's a good song. Pass Me By, I like this. It's a quirky little track. I love the lyrics, written by Cy Coleman and Carolyn Lee. Then we have Softly As I Leave You. I love the backing single on here. The backing singles really give it that extra depth to allow Frank to really give a fine performance. Then Suddenly Love, another of my favourites. It's a real upbeat trick with a lot of quirky little pieces in it available. I love this track. It's a chilled, swingy sort of thing. Talk to My Baby, Johnny Mercer, nice song, gentle, love the strings on that. The Look of Love, my second favourite track on here. I've heard lots of people record it. It's a really good track. Unlike the other sort of ballady albums, this one is well done. I think it's got a more balance of ballads and bits of extra depth. You know, they're really nice songs, and I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 7, 25th album for Frank, released in 1962. And it's The Point of No Return, and this contains Frank's final original recordings with Capitol Records. First track is called The Apple Trees When the World Was Young. I like the vocal delivery from Frank on this. It's very deep, and this changes the mood of the song. Then we have I Remember April. Good song, love the melody line on this. Really good track. September Song, he's recorded this a few times, and I do like this track. A Million Dreams Ago, my favourite bit of this is the saxophone solo. You know, I love my saxophones, but it's absolutely wonderful. Then I've got a song called I'll See You Again, written by Noel Coward. Great song, nice words. Noel Coward could write really nice words, and it's really sung well by Frank. There'll be another you. There'll never be another you. Sorry. Another great song, nice melody. The arrangement is fabulous. Somewhere Along the Way, solid performance by Frank on that. It's a Blue World. Saxophone gives it the atmosphere and a real nice mood to it. These Foolish Things remind me of you. Another of my favourite songs. I love the drumming. It's done on the brushes, and I love brush drums. And then my favourite on here is his version of Time Goes By, written by Herman Hupfeld I love this song. I mean, it was the title of a sitcom starring Jeffrey Palmer and Judi Dench, of course. I love this tune, and Frank does a great version of it. I'll Be Seeing You, a lovely arrangement of this song, solid track, and Memories of You to end the album. It just gives you that big microphone, smoky room, speakeasy bard sound. Wonderful track to end the album. This has got a lot of depth for a lot of ballads on here. It's got the saxophone and the trumpets give this album some depth. The string company is wonderful. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.2. Okay, coming in at number 6. Before I do, my throat's drying up. That's better. Yeah, number 6 is the night from 1965. My Kind of Broadway, and it's a collection of songs from various musicals pieced together from various recording issues over the 4 years previous. So the first one is a track called Everyone Has to Be Right to Be Wrong at Least Once, written by Sammy Cahn. Love this. It's a big band, lots of energy, great vocal from Frank. Golden Moment, Kenny Jacobson song. This is a real gentle song. I love the bit of xylophone with the strings. It really works. Luck to Be a Lady, Frank Loss's song. I like how this starts gentle and then it's got little stabs of the horns. It's a really good track. Lost in the Stars, love the progression of this. It starts gentle and it just builds up into this sort of swing thing. Then we have Hello Dolly. Everybody's had a recording of this. I love this version. It's got a jazz feel to it. Now, I've got it when I was a wee nipper. I had it on an album by Pinky and Perky. Yes. So that was quite fun. I'll Only Miss You, her When I Think of Her. Love this song. I love the French version of it as well. Then we've got They Can't Take That Away From Me, a George and Ira Gershwin song. Second favourite track on here. It's got that classic big band sound, the muted trombones. Brilliant. Yesterday's. It's okay. It's got a lovely bit of saxophone in it. Nice Work If You Can Get It, another Gershwin song. Muted trumpet. I do like muted trumpets. It gives it such a different sort of depth. Have You Met Miss Jones? Richard Rodgers and Lorenzo Hart. Big band. The drumming on this is fabulous. Then we've got Without a Song. Great track to the end of the album. Again, the muted trumpets. Brush drumming. Oh, wonderful. Always really enjoyed listening to this album. It's a great swing album. I remember listening to this as a kid. My grandparents had lots of Frank stuff, and I think Frank's on fire on this album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.6. Top 5. We're getting close now. Coming in at number 5, the 26th album, released in 1962, and it's called Sinatra and Swingin'. First track is a Johnny Mercer pen track, and it's called Goody Goody. It's got a great beat to it. Frank on fire as always. Then we have a Gershwin song. He sang a lot of Gershwin songs, and it's They Can't Take That Away From Me. And he always sings these songs great. It's a great typical swing track, lovely track. Then we have that Long Last Love, Cole Porter number now. Once again, a great song from Cole Porter. Love the muted trumpet on here. The nice little bit of bass and drum going on. Brilliant. Then there's a song co-wrote by one of the co-writers is Duke Ellington, and it's I'm Beginning to See the Light. Some great trumpet on here, what you expect, but it's got a superb double bass on it. Fantastic. Then we've got Don't You Go Way Mad. It's brilliant swing drumming. I love the big swing brass band sound with the drums. It really is brilliant. They're my favourite track on here. Another Cole Porter, and it's I'll Get a Kick Out of You. Lots of people have seen this. This is a classic. I love this. Tangerine, Johnny Mercer. Love the drumming. I love that sound. It's so tight. Excellent track. Love Is Just Around the Corner. Another of my favourite tracks on there. We've got a great drum beat, trombones, deep and wonderful. Ain't She Sweet, the trombone again. I love that deep note of the trombone. Can't go wrong with that swing. Serenade in Blue, quite a nice track. Great vocal from Frank on that. I Love You, another gentle track, really solid though. Pick Up Yourself, that swing beat, the muted trombone, you just can't go wrong. As I've said, I've always liked the swing albums from Frank. Some great tracks on this, another great listen. So I shall give this an RTO ranking of 7.7. Okay, coming in at number 4, we got the 12th album from 1961, and it's called Ring a Ding Ding. First track on here is Ring a Ding Ding. It's written by Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Kahn. Real catchy tune, great vocal from Frank, good opening track. Let's Fall in Love. Everybody's recorded this at some stage. What I like about this, I think it's either a xylophone or a glockenspiel. It really does give it some depth and make it a little bit fun. Irving Berlin song next, Be Careful It's My Heart. I love the guitar bits and piano on this. Very simple track. Then we have A Foggy Day, written by George and Ira Gershwin. Love the strings, the bells, the muted trumpet, and a fine vocal, of course. A Fine Romance, another great song written by Jerome Kern and Dorothy Fields. A lot of people have recorded, but I still think Frank's is one of the best. Cole Porter now, in the Still of the Night. Great beat on this. This drummer is really good. I don't know who it is, but it's up. I love the trumpet solo on this one as well. The Coffee Song, lovely brush drumming on this, gives it that sort of relaxing feel to it. When I Take My Sugar to Tea, little clarinet piece on this, which is fabulous. Then one of the brilliant song from Irving Berlin, Let's Face the Music and Dance. Great track, and Frank delivers it brilliantly. You Could Be So Easy to Love, another Cole Porter song, good solid track. You, the Night and the Music, it's got vibraphone on it, some trumpet, muted and piano. And the album ends with another Irving Berlin song, I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm. Great track. Everybody knows this. You may look at the title and then go, oh, I don't know that. Listen to it and go, oh yes, I know that. Very consistent album. From top to bottom this is. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7.8. Coming in at number 3, another album from 1961. This is January, and it's Sinatra's Swinging Session. Now 6 of these tracks are re-recordings of a batch of songs that he recorded with Columbia on the Sing and Dance with Frank album. So ones off that is When You're Smiling. I like the re-recorded version of this, very good. Blue Moon, another interesting version of this song. It's got a rock and roll feel to it, very chilled out. So Poison, I love the saxophone solo on this, xylophone. Then another of the re-recorded songs, It Depends on You. Which one's better? I think this is better because when he recorded it in the early 50s, the techniques have changed. I think this one's got a little bit more depth now. It was a good song anyway, but the re-recorded is better. It's Only a Paper Moon. This version, you can hear the jazzy guitar better. It really is good. My Blue Heaven, another re-recorded. This is a better version. The drumming on it's better. It's got a little bit more depth. Should I? It's a very short track and it's got a little bit more saxophone on it. Then my favourite track on here is a track called September in the Rain. I love this. It's got that 40s feel. I love the drum and the saxophones. Always, another Irving Berlin song. Brazen sound of trombones on this. Wonderful. I can't believe that you're in love with me. It's got my favourite drumming on this. It's so tight and the band just follow it. Another Cole Porter number, I'll Concentrate on You. The drums are the pivotal role on this. Keeps the song going. All the other instruments sort of play around that because he's got the beat and the swing. Excellent track. And then another re-recorded, another Cole Porter, You Do Something to Me. I like this. I like the shuffle drum on it. I like both versions. A cracking album. I think some of the re-recorded songs really give them value. You know, the techniques have changed in 11 years since he recorded them, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 2, we're nearly there. From 1961 again, Sinatra Swings, originally titled Swing Along With Me, and it's his 22nd album. First track on this one is Falling in Love with Love, a very short track. It combines of trumpets, clarinets and saxophones, really give it a nice sound. The Curse of the Aching Heart comes now. I love the drumming on this. I think swing drummers that play in swing bands are some of the best in the business because they keep that beat going and that swing beat. Don't Cry Joe, Let Her Go, Let Her Go, Let Her Go. A real nice slow track with a swing to it. Clarinets and saxophones give this a real sultry sound, and the accompanying strings. Throw a little bit of xylophone on it and it's got a really nice song. Please Don't Talk About Me When I'm Gone. I love the rhythm section on this. In a big band, you've got double bass and drums, and then you've got the beautiful muted trombones that give it that sort of sadness. Brilliant track. Love Walked In, a Gershwin number, classic from George Gershwin. I love the bass line on this. Brilliant song, a great vocal from Frank. My favourite track on here though is called Granada. It's got a real Spanish feel with the title. It's got that lovely Spanish sound on the trumpet. Love the strings, really good. I Never Knew. This reminds me, you know, if those that used to watch Parkinson, when he introduces a guest and they come down the steps and the band, this is that sort of intro sort of music. It's a great track. Then we got Don't Be That Way, Benny Goodman, Mitchell Parrish and Edgar Sampson song. More superb drumming on here. The orchestra are on fine form along with Frank. Moonlight on the Ganges. There's a xylophone solo on this, which is brilliant. Great trumpets on this, another wonderful vocal from Mr. Sinatra. It's a Wonderful World. It's a real swing to this, the blend of the saxophones and the trumpets, and a great vocal from Frank. And then another version of Have You Met Miss Jones? It's just a great song, isn't it? You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. The end announcement with a more gentle swing track, nice bass sound to it as well. Another great swing album from Frank. It just can't get any better than that, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.2. But my favourite album from the 1960s by Frank Sinatra was it's called Come Swing With Me, released in 1961. Released quite a lot of albums in 1961. So the first track is Day by Day, Sammy Kahn again, a classic song. You know it, you want to tap your feet to it. It's just a brilliant song. Sentimental Journey. What actually makes this track, apart from Frank singing, is the xylophone again. I love the twinkly tinkles on the xylophone on this. Absolutely superb track. Then we have a track called Almost Like Being in Love. plenty of xylophone on this. It's uplifting. Great song. 5 minutes more. This album is just full of great little xylophone sounds. Love it. American Beauty Rose. You have to listen to this under the headphones because you can hear the bass. It's terrific. It's got a real boom, boom, boom. Brilliant. Yes, indeed. It's the next track. Some great drumming, especially at the beginning. It's very intricate, a different time beat to it. It really does work. On the Sunny Side of the Street, I love this track. Dorothy Fields and Jimmy McHugh song. I think everybody's recorded this at some time, but I think this is the best version. Don't Take Your Love From Me. I love the arrangement on this. It's that gentle drums. I always think gentle drums do take a little bit more to keep that time up. That Old Black Magic, another version of this song. No, you can't go wrong with that song. Lover, another version of the song he did in the 50s, but this has got more depth. Then we do Paper Doll, probably the best version of all the ones that's recorded. I like the spoken delivery a bit on this as well. And then I've heard that song before. Xylophones, swing, great track to end the album. Once again, as I said, we got a few re-recorded tracks from previous album, but I think these are the best versions of these songs. It's a fine swing album, and if people say, can you name me a swing album that Frank Sinatra has done that really defines it, it's Come Swing With Me. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.3. So there we go. Frank Sinatra, what a busy decade, and probably his last prolific album releasing decade, because after that he went into sort of semi-retirement, didn't he? But next week we'll look at the few albums that he did release in the 1970s. So that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow and we're going to have a sophomore drumming. It's a bit of a space rocky version, and we've got Hawk Queen, In Search of Space, against UFO Flying, because back in the early days UFO were more of a space rock. And then tomorrow we got Pick a Mix. We're going to take a wander down the sidewalk because it's the US Top 10 from 29th of May 1993. So have a good day everyone. Bye for now.